Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stassi. Thank you so much for being here today. What is up, Nardvillain?
What's going on?
Yo,
We
what's
talking
going
stress,
on?
man.
We're talking stress, man. Like, I don't know about you, but I'm like a fucking 12 out of 10 stressed right now. Like
I'm
I'm just
probably
like I'm seeing red some days at
oof.
this point.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm about right there with you when it comes to work and just personal life, content creating and the wedding even. You know what? I speaking of the wedding, I was put in the doghouse because of that episode, kinda, because I had some estimates off and I was thrown in the doghouse for a second, but I'm out of it now because I think I didn't tell her that I was gonna be kind of talking a little bit about our wedding. So I knew I told her, but maybe I didn't. So I don't know, but I was thrown in the doghouse for a second because she did go listen to that podcast about our wedding and stuff like that. But that added on to my 12 out of 10 stress level, though, for sure.
I'm sorry that happened. Like I'm
And,
really sorry that happened. She is welcome to come here anytime. I would
mhm,
love to hear her perspective of the wedding and then have Jason here and y'all can compare notes because
mhm,
he'd be like, he literally tells people all the time this wedding is happening because Jenny does it.
mhm.
That's
Yeah,
literally what he said. That's what he
and I
says to
take no
people.
credit. I honestly take
Yeah.
no credit. Like everything, I might have had my dates and when we started and all that mixed up in the previous episodes, but I definitely would definitely say it right now that I take no credit in what we got going on right now. I'm just the support. I'm the support. I
Mhm.
might throw in some ideas here and there or whatever, or I'll do my part when I need to. But hey, she's been rocking and rolling, getting this wedding to where it needs to be, and I'm just so happy to be tagging along with it on this journey of wedding planning and getting the wedding together.
That's literally Jason's response. He's
Yep.
just like,
See.
whatever you want, baby.
Hmm.
We can
Hmm.
do it. Because like right
Yep.
now we are 92 days out from the wedding as this is
Mm.
currently being filmed and the stress is real.
I,
Um
I I can only imagine.
my makeup artist decided that she's going to go back to Ukraine, fight in the war.
Damn.
So that's my third makeup artist. My fourth one also dropped out this morning, like today, as this is being filmed, like the 21st. Also, happy summer. I mean, this is coming out in July,
I know.
but this is now first day of summer.
Hmm.
She dropped out because she got a better offer.
Damn, you
So
can't
I,
do
I had a
that.
fifth makeup artist. I literally just said this person's like, it's $75 a person, including the bride. I was like, send me a contract. I'll fucking pay half right now. At this point, I'm so desperate. Like
Hmm.
it's just like it's so stressful. And like now we're getting down to the nitties and gritties. So the invites are gonna be done by tomorrow. And we got to get those out ASAP. We got to get the wedding website ready to go,
Hmm.
which is it's halfway there. We got a little bit more work we got to do. And it's just like we got it, the photographers are like, hey, like can you get us like how many photos you want, do you
Hmm.
have specific poses, do you have specific ones you like with family and all that good stuff, and I'm like yes.
Hmm.
And it's just like everything is dogpiling and I'm really starting to notice that like I'm getting really stressed because the wedding is really bogging me down, which is
Hmm.
not, I can't create Sims content because, or just content in general, because I'm so bogged down with wedding stuff that I now behind on this. Like my season wrapped this week for Stassi J Unplugged, which is amazing. Um,
Congrats.
I started the season last July. I filmed
How you?
for 11
Oh,
months and the season will end February 7th of 2024. So every Wednesday there will be a podcast coming up because that's how far out I am. And
that's
I have
impressive.
I don't have March, April, May, or June's podcast edited. I have 4 months of podcasts. I am behind on Rose Chronicles because I can't get to it fast enough. I'm really focusing on real life with Stassi, and I'm also doing story spotlights. So all this is also bagging me down. And then my friends are like, yo, like it's summer, like let's hang out. And I'm like, oh my God.
Hmm.
And then my job.
Yep.
So I found out this week I get stress pay because my job is
What?
stressful. It is extreme. This job is extremely stressful. I understand it's making a schedule for technicians. These are fire technicians. So people call me saying their building is on fire.
Mm.
You need to send somebody here now. I don't have anybody there now because everyone else is doing everything. And I have to drop everything what I'm doing to get somebody out there. It is extremely stressful. This job is not for the faint of heart. Anybody in the fire industry knows how stressful this job is.
And you got to
And
be calm too,
you don't
huh?
have to be
You got to stay
calm.
calm because
I
they're
can't
like freaking out, panicked.
I can't have somebody that's currently standing outside a burning building. We need to get a fire technician here because we need someone to disactivate the panel so the the firefighters can go in. You need to send someone here now, or we're on fire watch and the school's on fire. Send somebody
Damn.
here now. So it's literally every day. Like the other day, I had 12 service calls and 3 buildings on fire before walking into my job.
Dang.
And I have to sort everything. And that is telling our $1 million clients I have to pull my tech off this job. On top of that, then there's occupancy. So for anyone who doesn't know what occupancy is, so that is how you get your business license to open your doors. No business can open their doors unless you have occupancy. And occupancy means that you comply with every single rule that allows you from AODA signs, which is in Ontario, which is the Accessibility Disabilities Act. So your signs are, Braille, and you have ways to get in. You also have to have fire alarms, smoke alarms, emergency lights, and extinguishers in all of your businesses, no matter what you do. So it's extremely stressful to tell, say, the city, you can't do this. A good example last week where I literally almost threw up at work because I was so stressful. I hadn't slept in 2 days because it was a panic. The airport was opening and we needed to have it for occupancy. We had guys go out. It wasn't working. We had people calling us. We cannot let flights leave until this is ready, and flights are already sold out. And this is a you problem, not an us problem. Like, you need to figure it out. We have techs working 15, 16, 17, 18-hour days. Dang. Exhausted. And I'm the one scheduling this. My phone is going off continuously throughout the night. Jen, this isn't working. We need to go back. We're missing a part. We literally had 2 of the managers drive to 5 different cities in Ontario to get parts for this. Like, it was literally insane last week. And I literally saw it and I was like, I can't do this. I'm so stressed. I am not sleeping at night.
And you're not eating everything you want.
Yeah, and I'm definitely eating at work is definitely that's a fucking specialty right there. If I get to eat at work, I would say that was a good day. Because I am so busy. I am so busy trying to plan out everything, and it is ridiculous. So stressed. But yeah, I get stress pay. Because
that's what's up. You deserve it.
It is a stressful job, and I was like, holy shit, okay.
That must be a Canada thing for sure.
Stress
pay?
Yeah.
I never heard of that.
That's not an American thing, stress pay?
They give you PTO that you they usually look down on you for even trying to take vacation days off. We call it PTO, paid time off.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really count towards stress pay, but.
Yeah, so stress pay is a percentage that if your job is deemed stressful, you get stress pay. I don't
think we do that here.
Yeah, okay, hold on.
I'm gonna Google it.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, I'm gonna do the same.
Stress pay in UK. Yeah, see, stress leave pay Ontario, stress leave pay Alberta.
Okay, stress
leave pay. There might be some in California.
Stress pay USA.
Stress leave pay.
No, that's different. So there's stress pay. So stress pay is you get a premium on your pay. Stress leave is you have to get a doctor's note because
got it. They have that in California. Stress leave.
But yeah, so they have stress leave, but they don't have stress pay. So pay is a premium top off.
Yeah, there is no maximum. Wait, yeah, I'm Googling it, and there's nothing even coming up in regards to stress pay. When it comes to everything's just like maybe stress leave from work, how to manage time off for anxiety or something like that, but nothing stress pay.
That's fascinating. Look at that, US versus Canada. Go listen to that podcast too.
I might have to. I might move to Canada.
Okay, from your
apparently y'all safe too. Safe to be there, and
we have to lock our door. We do have better chocolate.
Better chocolate. So yeah.
I'll take you to a hockey game.
Yeah, I'll be down.
Okay, see, I don't want to take you to an NHL game because those are just corporate suits.
OHL, right?
You want to go to OHL. You want to go to a London Knights home game.
Let's
So
go.
the stadium can fit 10,000 people. Every game is sold out. You can hear the cheering 6 blocks away.
Dang, that's crazy.
It is, this town loves hockey, and that's like my hometown. So like if you were not going to a Knights game on Friday night, then like what the fuck were you doing with your life? Like you went to the Knights game, or you talked about the Knights game, or you hung out with people who just came from the Knights game downtown. Like
That's crazy.
it's a huge thing.
I wonder how
Um,
many podcasts are developed because of hockey in Canada.
oh, there's so many.
I bet.
There's Puck Soup, the ESPN one. I could just go ask Jason because he listens to all the sports
Mm.
ones. There's a Down Goes Brown one. But there's also like a lot of soccer ones as well. Like even
Mm.
Jason hosts his own soccer podcast
Oh, see,
for,
that's dope.
yeah, for Canadian soccer because as he is Greek Macedonian, soccer is a huge part of his life. And now that it's becoming very culturally known in Canada,
Mm.
um, there is a Canadian Premier League that like no one knows that exists. And people argued about it. I'm like, no, I've been to like 50 games.
Mm.
Yes, it exists. I've been
Oh
there.
wow.
I've been to a lot of the
Dang.
games. So yeah, and it's cool. It's just cool to see that like, but like he's stressed. And I want to ask
Mm.
this, when your partner is stressed, do you also feel stressed?
Yeah, I think it kind of adds on because no matter, even if I'm not stressed and she comes home or she's feeling stressed, it just brings the mood down, period.
Mm-hmm.
Even if she comes home in a good mood, I ain't even say mood wise. I'm gonna say if she comes home not stressed and I'm stressed, I'm sure it impacts, the vibes for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll rub off on me a little bit too, like knowing like I'm stressed already, got stuff going on both in with my work, with content creating, with just everyday life stuff. Then they come home, or she comes home and stressed about work. It just
Mm-hmm.
adds on, Now it's like, okay, now my partner's stressed.
Yep.
How do I forget about my stress and go cater to her to make her feel less stressed, because now I'm trying to play and this is probably why I get even more stressed to the point where I'm almost burnt out, is that now I take my stress, put it aside,
Mm-hmm.
and then try to handle and deal with someone else's stress, try to get them out of the zone. So then by the time I'm done with them, then I'm still dealing with my stress, and
Mm-hmm.
then it's just too much to bear at that point. So it's just really hard trying to figure out how to manage it all at some points, which I feel like I should probably have some protocols in place, obviously some self-care stuff, but sometimes it's just so much easier said than done, because like you were mentioning how you got one thing that's bothering you, like your wedding,
Mm-hmm.
but then it's like, well, damn, now that's not just it, I still
Yeah.
got all this other stuff that I have to deal with in life that, that's gonna be stress, that's gonna cause stress too.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got to deal with work stress, and then you got to
Yep.
come home and deal with home stress maybe. And I
Mm-hmm.
can only imagine what other people go through when it comes to stress, especially at home stress,
Yep.
or work stress, or financial stress. That's the burden too sometimes, So
Mm-hmm.
it just sometimes it just never ends. It's like my thing is I want to put some protocols in place on how to deal with the stress so it's not as bad, especially with your health. Because I feel like that's another reason why I kind of suffered and probably still suffer with like hypertension and high blood pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, lifestyle change choices as well, but I'm when you're stressed, you're not sleeping great,
Mm-hmm.
or when you're stressed, you're probably not eating good. And stress is a hormone that's like that it's supposed to like release this type of chemical that you get from running too, that is
It's
really bad for your health.
endorphins.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really bad for your health. So you get a lot of that from stress. So that's just not good for you, for your mental state and for your health. So and then you're probably doing other things too, you know,
Mm-hmm.
increasing your drinking habits or your eating habits, trying to cope with stress, the bad coping stress mechanisms. And I had that too. Sometimes when I'm really stressed, all I want to do is lay on the couch and eat a bunch of ice cream or something high in sugar.
Girl Scout cookies.
Those Girl Scout cookies. You know, that's probably why I was eating 2, 3 boxes of Girl Scout cookies. That was
Mhm.
the only thing at the time that made me feel good. You know,
Yeah.
if I'm being honest, I
Yeah.
mean, if I'm stressed over everything else that's going on in life, like just me eating a bag of cookies. There's, I'm not catering to anybody. there's no deadline for me eating cookies.
Yep.
There's I'm not servicing anyone. There's no algorithms. There's no, there's no nothing. It's just me eating a box of cookies. It's the only thing that I can do that's not gonna cause any stress temporarily at the moment. It might stress me out on my weight once I, see the weight in the
Mhm.
pounds increase, but
Or you're going through a sugar high now that you
mhm,
feel great because you're on sugar, but when the sugar crashes, then you're like, oh my
boom.
God, like what the fuck did I do? Like I just
Yep.
ate a box of cookies.
Hmm.
I have 1,000 other things I needed to do. Why did I
Hmm.
just do this? This is such a waste of time. My time is
Yep.
valuable. Why did I do that? Like you're just constantly always questioning your life choices. When I find when you're really stressed, like for me right now, my neck right here, holy fuck. I feel
It
like I'm
ticks.
weighing a 15 weighted pound blanket on my neck at all times.
Hmm.
I thought it was just my vest at first because anyone who knows me, I have a North Face vest, just a classic, black vest. I wear that shit everywhere I go. Even at work I'm wearing it because it's fucking frigid because everyone's going through goddamn menopause, so the office is freezing because everyone
Totally.
else is having
Mhm.
hot flashes. I'm fucking sitting there just like someone please
Yeah.
turn up the fucking heat.
Got
So,
gotta
but it's
respect your elders, right?
I know, but it's literally this. It's me having my shoulders and typing
Yeah.
all day because I go home. I'm on my computer, either doing a podcast or trying
Mhm.
to edit something or doing a simmer spotlight or story spotlight. And then it's like the end of the day and I'm like, I gotta go to bed. Well, now I can't sleep because here's the fucking list of things I have to do.
Mhm.
And I'm just like, God damn it. And it's just like never
It ends, right?
ending. And that's
How
why
much work do you put in every day on like just work and hobby? So work is what, 8 hours?
work is 8, Stassi's 5.
Mm.
Stassi used to be 8.
Mhm.
I used to combine both. I used to well now, so I get up at 5:36 every day to go to work. So from 6:20 to 7:45, I'm on the bus. So that is me catching up with everybody. Periodically throughout the day, I'll still answer messages
Mhm.
and everything, and then still trying to like back when I was still filming season 2, I was trying to get people to come, or
Mhm.
people were messaging me because I do multiple like talking about Rose Chronicles. This was a chapter day, people are messaging me about it, or it's a podcast day, people are messaging me, and you
Mhm.
always got to be on.
Yeah, you do.
You
Yeah.
can, when you're commenting, I can't be like, cool. I have to be like, thank you so much for responding.
Mhm.
Like, I really appreciate. Again, that came off really bitchy. Thank you for taking the time to respond, sir. Like,
Exactly.
answer. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. It makes my day. I know you like these chapters, or you like this podcast, or you
Mhm.
like X, Y, and Z. And I'm just like, and then I go home, and then on the bus ride home, which is about another hour and a half, get anything I didn't get throughout the day, and then make a dinner, and then spend time with Jason. If Jason's working or not home, I'm usually filming podcasts because to me, this is the best way to save money because I'm
Mhm.
making money while doing this.
Mhm.
And I'm not spending fucking money. I'm not like on Amazon. I'm not on just being like, oh, look at me buy something. Like I'm busy doing other things, which has
Mhm.
made me save so much money for the wedding because I'm constantly working. I'm too
Right.
busy to shop. I am too busy to do anything. And then I might like play a board game with Jason like once a month or just do something. And the next thing I know, I'm just like fucking tired. I hope that answered your question. It's very long, but like 5 hours a
Yeah.
day is dedicated to being Stassi, and the rest is working. And then I got to get sleep in there, which we all know I like to get 8 hours of sleep. But my 8 hours of sleep, like, because I have like a smartwatch, right?
Mhm.
It's literally telling me I'm sleeping for 8 hours, but I am not resting.
Mhm.
It's not. I am not getting deep sleeps. I am just like scoping whatever the
Yeah, I need to be better with my REM and deep sleeps too.
yeah, right. How about you? This how how often like throughout your day, Gennard versus Nardvillain?
It's a combination between I get up, I probably do a bunch of client work. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
times it's like, okay, am I like, for example, yesterday? I have to drive out, go to the production shoot, maybe film for a couple hours. And because I was up north, I'm like 45 minutes to an hour from home.
Yeah.
Then I have an electric vehicle, so now I have to find a place to charge my car. So now I'm like an hour, 2 hours off schedule. So
Mm-hmm.
now I'm stressed because not only that, I have one project that I need to do revisions on, and then I have another project where I got to edit photos and videos, and then I have another project that I got to revisit and send them over to edits for video.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, I want to have time to like maybe respond to some comments with with my YouTube channel or TikTok, whatever, and have time to think and brainstorm on content for
Mm-hmm.
my stuff. And also I have to organize the office. We just had water leaks pretty much all of this month and last month, and so it's like everything's just still piling up
Mm-hmm.
because if I'm out on a shoot for half the day, I can't just have my laptop and edit while I shoot. So
Mm-hmm.
something sits in the back burner. So I have clients like, hey, what's going on? And have partners now with my Nardvillain stuff like, hey, we need you to push this and do
Mm-hmm.
this so you can get more sales. So I was like, oh, well, now I got to go find time to write scripts and, post to social. So yeah, I can go 8 to 12 hours more just on client work during the day, and then another 6 hours
Mm-hmm.
to more on trying to get hobby stuff done or work on my Nardvillain stuff, and then maybe 4 to 6 hours of sleep, which is
Yep.
horrible.
Yep.
And then if I have time, obviously I will make dinner and hang out with Lisa, and we'll try to spend some time. We even now picking out time like specific days
Yep.
to hang out. I hope that's not enough. I hope that's not TMI. I don't want to be in the doghouse again, but
Oh my
we
God. I thought you were just like you could have just left that being like, yeah, we hang out because we're gonna
yeah.
watch TV tonight, not like I know what you
Yeah,
mean.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but anyway, so yeah, so we pick our days. Like Thursdays are our days to. That's our day. Like I can't, I won't. Well, sometimes I do, but Thursdays are our day where we will have time and we'll spend time together. In the
Mm-hmm.
weekends too, but so yeah, to answer your question or to answer my question, yeah, it's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
stress driven. Not every day stressful when it comes to work and content. Because I love what I do for work and I love what I do as a content creator.
Yeah.
It just sometimes can bring on unwanted stress. When you have
Mm-hmm.
deadlines and you're trying to work on these deadlines. Like if I don't finish a project, I don't get paid. You know what I mean? So if I
Yeah.
don't finish this, there's an pending invoice, or they already paid me. So now it's like, okay, I'm already paid, but they're still bugging me to do these
Mm-hmm.
random miscellaneous stuff, or I haven't been paid and I'm still working out a contract to where this is my deliverables for you this month and this is when I expect pay. So
Yep.
there's none of that like, you know, random expectations. We all know what the expectations are
Yep.
for retainer stuff. Anyway, so yeah, it can be 16-hour days sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
If I allow it. And if I was single, I'll probably work damn near 12, 14-hour days every day probably.
Mm-hmm.
So, and
Well,
it can stress the crap out of you.
well, thank you for sharing. I could not agree more when it comes to being super stressed. I think all the time, like if I was single right now, I would work 16-hour days.
Yeah.
I would come home, do full Stassi. And then I think I'm like, but I miss that human connection because
Yeah.
like hanging out, like literally I'm like I have a heart on my calendar for Friday, not for because we're gonna hang out and watch
Mhm.
Netflix and chill, but it's gonna be like we're gonna watch Black Mirror and eat keto pizza. Like to me,
Nice.
like I'm fucking stoked for that.
Mhm.
And like 2 years or 3 years ago when I didn't do this, that was just every night,
Yeah.
right? And now like he literally like we miss each other because we don't really see each other. Like yeah, like we live together, but I go to bed, he's still awake
Mhm.
because like he
That's to
works.
me too. I'm the
Yeah,
opposite. I'm awake. She goes to sleep.
yeah. So I go to bed at 10. He might go to bed at 2 a.m.
Mhm.
I leave for work at 6. He gets up at like between 9 and 10. He works all day. He's like, oh, let's get the fuck out of this house. I'm like, I've been out of this house for like 12 hours. I wanted
Mhm.
like I want to sit down and relax. Or like he'll be like, oh, like let's clean, like let's do something. I'll be like, okay. A couple years ago, I've been like, fuck off. I've just worked all day. Like,
Mhm.
no, like, no, but like I got a good example yesterday. So he's like, I'm doing gardening stuff. Can you please help me? 2 years
Mhm.
ago, me would have been like, no, do it yourself.
Mhm.
Now I'm like, I went out there. I so proud of myself. There was this giant fucking tree weed. Okay. We literally called it supervillain of our backyard because it looked like a supervillain.
Oh
I
wow.
took I took the hatchet and I fucking hatched it down. I've been watching enough Survivor, okay? I literally by hand was hatching it down to the point that I couldn't, took one in, grabbed one of my old butcher knives, cut it down the rest of it, and just pulled it out. And Jason's like, I could have done that. And I'm like, I did it. It's fine.
Nice.
Task done. But see, how I manage my stress is I'm a task completer.
Okay.
So I go in every day. I have, like, for an example, today, I knew today I had to do X, Y, and Z at work. And I was going to come home and we were going to film 2 podcasts. And a bonus, if I could get a story spotlight out, that was my bonus. So if I was
Mhm.
able to do, that's awesome. But if I didn't get to do the story spotlight as my bonus, whatever, I'll push it to the next day. But it's just kind of stuff like that that really helps me making sure I stay focused
Mhm.
because I have ADHD. So it sometimes can be really hard. That's why I live on such a schedule based life. Like I get up at 6 every day, even weekends, because that's when my body says it's time to wake up and just continue. Okay, so I need to be out the door by this time. So I need to be able to do this. And when I get to work, I have to do this, this, and this. And I know this is going to take me this long. So I'm going to do this, 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 and this time, figure it out, go home. I got to make dinner. This is how we're going to do it. This is how long I can multitask and do that. So like I literally schedule it out to the point. And then TV time or my couch time is when I'm at this point of either I'm in the midst of doing something else or I am just trying to like, okay, so like last night I made the thumbnails for today's podcast because
Mhm.
I knew you weren't going to cancel,
Right, right, right.
right? So
And
I
if I
these
did, I would have told you way in advance.
yeah,
I saw the
exactly. So,
video.
I mean, we would still film these, right? So
Right,
like,
right.
but with Simmer spotlights, uh, guys, I love the Sims community, but I had way more interviews lined up. A lot of people canceled, and
Mm.
I would have just wasted my time pre-making thumbnails, pre-making everything because a lot of interviews just didn't happen. So for Stassi's, they're everyone that I've planned out has happened. So I pre-make these in advance. So tonight I'm gonna upload these, go to bed. That's 3 weeks of podcasts that I've just filmed this week.
Nice.
Right. So it's just always being ahead. Like
Mhm.
Rose Chronicles, I used to be 4 months ahead. At any given time, I
That's
was
crazy.
4 months ahead of content. Stassi, which I February, the fuck, it's like 8 months of content that I'm currently sitting on because I have that much content.
See, I can't sit on that much content. I'd be ready to just post every damn day. If I had
Nope.
like 8 podcasts, I probably would have already posted them.
Nope.
Probably Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Nope.
I just can't sit on already done stuff. Maybe that's
Oh,
why I'm always behind because I could push out like 5 pieces of good quality content within 2 days when I
yeah.
should probably space it out because I feel
Yeah.
like that's why a lot of my content don't get hit the algorithms because I feel like they're just too close together.
Hmm.
So I need to just space them out instead of trying to post every day.
So the rule of thumb is, especially on Instagram, if you are like, if you it's getting picked up by Explore, you know when it's getting picked up by Explore because you'll
Mhm.
see like, holy shit, like I'm seeing like a lot of stuff. But if you start noticing it like every day, it starts to decrease.
Mhm.
That's when you post the next video.
Okay. Like
That is
okay.
that's how I do it in IG. And then I mean that's I it's rule of thumb.
Yeah, because
Podcast
that one video was going viral, and I was like, do I wait till it dies off or do I just keep posting?
you keep going to the point where it's still going viral, but it's
Mhm.
tapering off. You're like I had a post reach a million, like not a
A
reel,
picture.
like a picture reach
Mhm.
a million people,
Dang, I remember
which is
telling me that.
really hard to do for a picture.
Mhm.
And I got like 600 followers from it. I was like,
Dang,
holy
that's crazy.
fucking hell. It was a random photo. Okay. So I when that was happening, when it would start to taper off, I would post another engagement one and it would pick it back up.
Dope.
Because because again, engagement shit. People love telling you your thoughts, good or bad. So if you post engagement shit, they'll share that shit. The more share it shit, they'll be like, oh, like you're fire right now. Let's keep sharing your shit.
Dope.
So yeah. Also, stop using hashtags.
Really?
Stop using
I
hashtags
still
on
use them.
Instagram.
Oh.
I shit you not. It was oodles and noodles, oodles of noodles. We did a summer spotlight a couple weeks ago. That interview's coming out in like fucking January, so save the date for that
Yeah,
one.
yeah, okay. I'll mark it on my calendar.
Yeah, just just sometime in January. Just pick a Wednesday, put your finger there.
All
Could be
right,
one of the four options.
cool.
So, she said to me, she's like, because her friend suggested to her, don't use hashtags. And I was like, that goes against everything they taught us in school. Many hashtags you can possibly get. Nope, stop using hashtags. My engagement went way up
Oh
really
yeah.
quickly because Instagram took away the feature to search most recent hashtag. So now
Mm.
you can only see the top featured ones, which are going to be the simmers that have 60, 70, 80,000 followers already.
Mm.
The little
Yeah.
guys are not seeing it anymore. So there's really no point because like Rose Chronicles,
True.
because I'm currently shadow banned, which is fucking really stressful in itself. Not only that, the person pretending to be me
That's
and asking
stressful in
people for
itself.
money, which we talked about in the
Hmm.
content creator one, 10 people reached out to me.
They're still asking for money to this
10
day.
I put it on Instagram. Please do not respond to this person. Do not respond to, if you're listening to this, if Stassi underscore J underscore unplugged underscore podcast at gmail.com emails you and asks you for interview spots, that is not me. I do not use that email. You know the email I'm asking. I am not asking anybody to come on my unplugged podcast right now. That season's done. Yeah. So
Dang.
10 people have reached out to me saying this person reached out to them asking for money. No one paid them, but
But
who's to
still,
say? And I put it on Instagram. Please report this. They will not take it down.
dang.
And it was just that moment of stress where this person thought that they could be me, destroy everything I've worked so hard for the last 2 fucking years to all go up like this. And they don't even care. Instagram doesn't care. So if Instagram doesn't care, I don't care. I will no longer do boosted posts by them.
Mm-hmm.
I will not give Facebook and Instagram any more money. It's bullshit. The amount of, like we talked before, people accounts getting hacked. They're
Mm-hmm.
not doing anything. Cyberbullying, they're not doing anything. It's ridiculous. So it's just, let's add stress to that. So I can make out the best podcast and everything, but some fucker gets to pretend to be me and
Mm-hmm.
try to
And take
ruin my
all your credit.
reputation and
Mm-hmm.
take it. I'm fucking
Yeah.
mad. That's
Yeah.
when I see red, right?
And then when you get into that moment, like, how do you get out of that state? Like, I mean, do you have like some breathing exercise methods? You go for a walk, or do you say, I'm gonna create a to-do list for today and just mark off stuff to just get some type of boost of endorphins or whatever? Or how do you handle it? Like, how do you handle do you try to go to bed early, or do you
I,
just try to get enough sleep? Like, how do you handle your stress? That's my issue I'm having.
so I read. So because I'm dyslexic, I'm very open about like what it's like to be dyslexic and how there's a misconception of you just can't read. No, you can read, you just don't have an advanced reading level. So I read my content because what a lot of people don't realize is Rose Chronicles is written by me, but edited by Jason because he makes it eligible, like, or what's what I'm trying to say? Like
Yeah.
for him to
Legible.
be legible
Yeah, yeah.
for to actually read it because everyone says there's English and then there's Jenny. And
Mhm.
Jenny is its own language. And I know what I'm saying
Right.
because when I'm reading, my brain adds the words that are missing.
Mhm. Mhm.
And he knows that because he knows enough of being like, oh, you've missed this word. So I read, so I have all of my Rose Chronicles and the other two books, which I almost spoiled the titles names. I don't want to do that. But the other two, I'll pick either book one, book two, or book three. I'll pick a mood that I'm in. Say if I'm in a flirty mood, I might read a sexy chapter. Or if
Mm,
I'm an angry, I'm going to read an angry chapter, and I'll sit and read it, and it calms me down a lot because I'm like, I'm enjoying what I'm reading. I understand what I'm reading, but then it gets the creative juices going. Because I think the thing is I get so stressed out because I'm an extremely creative person and I can't do creative things throughout my day.
mm,
Being a service coordinator, there's no creativity in that. Going on the bus, there's no creativity in that. Going home making dinner, there can be some creativity in that. Depends if we have money to be creative or if it's whatever the fuck's in the house, go.
mm,
Right. So it's just being creative because honestly, I eat, sleep, drink, shower Rose Chronicles. At any moment time that I have a spare minute, I turn my brain off. I'm like, okay, so right now I'm currently rewriting chapter 155. Okay, so this is what I want to happen. And I act the scene out in my head. And then I remember it. And then I put in a voice memo. So when I ever get a chance to write it down, I can write it down.
mm,
That is the only thing that calms me down right now. Or talking to Jason.
mm,
Really calms me down. I had a moment a couple weeks ago, like I was seeing fucking red. It was the first time I had seen red, probably in 10 years.
mm,
I was tired. I was frustrated. I was overworked. I was underpaid.
mm,
And I just, everything was annoying me. And that was the first time he'd ever seen me see red because I keep my anger very controlled. But it just let go. And it scared him to see me snap.
mm,
And I apologized immensely. I was like, I wasn't even yelling at him. He heard snippets of a conversation I was having via a camera.
mm,
He was looking for a wasp, heard conversations, and was shocked to hear by what I was saying and confronted me about it. And I'm glad he did because a couple of years ago he would have just sat on it and that would have made me even more mad.
mm,
Just fucking come and tell me. But he's like, I've never seen you that angry. And I'm like, I have my father's anger. It just takes a lot for me to see red. And like right now, I'm seeing red. I am behind on podcasts. I'm behind on the wedding stuff. I'm starving because I'm not eating the food I want to eat.
mm,
My body is still used to eating sugar and chocolate and candy and carbs. My back hurts. I'm not sleeping. Like I'm barely showering because I just don't see a point because I'm just like taking European showers and fucking leaving out the door because I don't even have time to take a 40-minute shower or to wash my hair
mm.
because I'm
40
so
minutes. Woo. That's a
well
long shower.
well I usually okay so I'm not a big shower person.
Mm,
I'm not a stinky person.
mm,
So I usually wash my hair in the bath because, and a fun fact, I don't shower. I bathe
mm. Yeah, yeah.
because my vision's so bad. I can't take my glasses off and I can't let them be foggy because I have no depth perception without them.
Mm,
So baths are easy. But like in the bath, my mom is calling me. My best friend is calling me because they want to talk to me.
mm,
It's literally, I'll just be like mid washing my hair in the tub and they're talking to me. And then I get off and then Jason's like, so what's for dinner? And I'm like, okay, let's go make dinner. Okay, let's tidy up after dinner. Okay, let's go do X, Y, and Z. Holy fuck, it's 10 p.m. I gotta go to bed.
mm. There goes your time.
There goes my time. And like,
But then go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
no, go ahead. No, go
I
ahead.
was gonna say, but then it's like you do all this because you have to do it, and you gotta spend time, you gotta eat. But
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but then you feel like no one understands that
Yeah.
this is making me more behind.
Yes.
I have to do these necessities, these essential
Yes.
things of life, but
Right.
no one's still gonna understand that doing the essential things is gonna make me more stressed because now all I'm doing is just letting stuff that I want to be doing
Yes.
still sit in the back burner. So instead of being 4 day episodes behind, now I'm probably 5 episodes behind
Mm-hmm.
or a day behind.
Well,
Stuff.
so because like Jason's not home tonight,
Mm-hmm.
he's at a soccer game. I didn't make dinner. I'm not going to make dinner. I'm not hungry. But if he was home tonight, I would have made dinner. And I would have been like, okay, well, I made dinner. I'm not eating. How was your day? You know, the pleasantries, all that good stuff, tidy up. I'm
Mm-hmm.
sure because like he wants to spend time with me and I want to spend time with him. But I'll be like, oh, okay, like I gotta do this stuff. And then I feel bad because he's like,
Mm-hmm.
wanting to hang out with me because he misses me, even though we're sitting in the same room.
Yep.
It's just kind of like it's like there's no win. So I just get stressed. And then with the moments I get stressed, I shut down and I'm like, create Rose Chronicles as a movie set in my head, or I do meditation.
Hmm.
I'm huge on mindfulness and breathing
I need to do
and
that.
just like I can literally I, I stand up as straight as I can and I put my arms above my head and I just go down and I just let whatever, when I close my eyes, what I see come into my like into my brain. So like right now, as you guys are listening, can't see me, I see my laptop screen and I can see my desk kind of. But then my brain goes, okay, so like what if I actually am seeing a pizza box and now it has eyes? So now I'm imagining this pizza box is a cat monster. And it's just like my creativity comes in.
Mhm.
And just by doing that for 5 seconds, my shoulders don't hurt as bad
Nice.
because I was being creative. Um, Something Jason says to me all the time. He's like, I wish I could live in your brain because it's a pretty happy place. Because I'll just say the dumbest random shit ever, like ever. Like I can't even just throw it out there because I just like one-liners.
Hmm.
I think I was making fun of my cat last night because we joke that she has a boyfriend, and her boyfriend can't come to the wedding either. Just saying.
Nice. I like
Just
that.
saying.
Behind this, yeah, I like that.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, our cat's waiting for her boyfriend so she can go be a cum dumpster or something like
Mhm.
that. Like I literally just flat out said, and he's like, did you just refer to our cat as a cum dumpster?
That's funny.
I was like, yeah. Cause like that's what it's like when you're like having lots of sex and you're just especially if you're trying to have a baby,
Hmm.
you feel like one because you're just
Yeah.
full of cum. It's great. It's gross. But it's just kind of stuff like that. And again, I'm not stressed because I just had a funny thought, but I say the
Mhm.
randomest, craziest shit. I mean, okay, enough about the Jenny hour. Like, what are you doing right now? Like for you, like what do you do for stress?
Shoot. Nothing, be honest with you, because I've changed my habits a little bit, so I'm not going out drinking my night away when I'm stressed. So that's
Mm-hmm.
actually a lot of the things that I used to do that will help. I thought at the time helped me with stress. I don't really do much or at all anymore, like obviously drinking.
Mm-hmm.
So now I just like to like you being creative. Like even just thinking
Yeah.
about like every time I think of an idea that I want to do, I'm like, man, I can't wait to get to that because that's gonna be so much fun. But then
Yeah.
what kills it is the stress. Like, I'm about to do it. Say I'm about to do it. I'm about to go and do this
Mm-hmm.
awesome idea that I have, this concept. While I'm doing it, I'm like, man, this is really cool. This is fun. But then I'm like, damn, but I should probably be editing that video so I can just cross it off, not think about it, or
Mm-hmm.
damn, I feel should I probably go check in and see if this is an opportunity to hang out, or damn, I really feel like I should probably be um just doing something else, that's not really being doing something that I really want to do, So then it just killed. Then now the mood's gone.
Yep.
So the things that I enjoy that relaxes me from stress doesn't help anymore. Like even this is when I knew I needed to stop drinking was when I was so stressed and burnt out. I'll go to the bar and I'm drinking, but while I'm drinking, it's not even fun anymore. It's like, man, I shouldn't even be here drinking. So I can't even enjoy drinking
Mm-hmm.
with anymore because it's just feel like it's adding on to my stress.
And
So
it
what I
no, sorry, and it shouldn't feel that way.
yeah, right. I feel like going to go grab a drink should be like a relaxer. But instead, it's like it's almost a borderline coping mechanism, and I'm actually realizing that it's a coping mechanism. Now it's not even fun to actually have a drink because I feel like I might be drinking for the wrong reasons. Or
Mm-hmm.
when I'm doing my content, I'm like, I feel like I'm like, should I be doing this right now? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling judged right now. I don't know. I just my mind just goes crazy. I feel like my mind's making me not want to enjoy what I'm doing when I
Yes.
should be. It's like this is my time. It's my free time. If I want to
Mm-hmm.
create content during my hobby time, then I should without feeling guilty or whatnot. So
I
so
think that
I have no I need to find ways to I run, I exercise. That's a nice way, like when I'm feeling stressed, I'll go for a run. So I feel like there's nothing can go wrong with a nice run. I shouldn't I don't have to think about all the deadlines I have. Just give me 30 minutes. I'll go for a nice run and be done with it. You know, that's a nice little stress reliever there too.
I think that was on the list for stress. Yoga was
Hmm.
number one, actually. Do you ever do yoga?
Nah.
Okay. I saw the hesitation in your eyes.
Yeah.
Honestly, so as a former dancer, yoga is bred into us because it's literally how our body relaxes
Mm,
after major workouts or dance routines. Yoga is amazing. I got Jason into doing yoga years ago. It's completely changed his life. He's
mm,
having a stressful day. He does yoga for 30 minutes. He's a new man. I'm the same
nice.
way. Yoga is phenomenal. It's just you're finding that balance of mindfulness and rest and just being present because I have a really hard time being
Same.
present.
Same.
I'm always on to the next podcast. I mean, as we're talking about this one, I have 5 other podcasts in the next 6 days. So my brain's like, when am I going to edit these podcasts? How am I fast am I going to be able to get these out? Have I made the thumbnails yet? Oh, fuck. I'm running out of time because I have podcasts ready till August, but I don't have the Christmas and July episode ready because I had just filmed it 2 weeks ago, which is in my pile of 37 podcasts I have to edit.
Mm,
Right. So it's like, holy shit, I got to get to that. And I don't have a story spotlight. Mindfulness, mindfulness, mindfulness. And
mm,
it's just like, okay. And I like so sometimes like how I've started doing it, and maybe this will help you, is when I worked in the sign industry, which anyone listening to this, please don't work in the sign industry. It is fucking awful. You should get stress pay for working in the sign industry,
mm,
but you don't. But the thing is, you could have 100 projects on the go, but you can't do all 100 projects in one day. That's impossible. But you make a list and say, okay, I can't do this video today, but I can do one aspect of editing it. I'm going to do that one thing, but I'm going to do the rest of it on Thursday and stick to that Thursday.
mm.
That is a huge thing. So come Friday, I know that that's Red Swan and pizza and Black Mirror and as many Black Mirrors as we can
I gotta watch
possibly.
it, but yeah, I can't wait to
I'm
watch
so
that.
I'm so excited for 6th season.
Yeah.
Like that is Jason's shit. Like Jason's not a TV watcher, he's not a movie watcher. So when he gets excited for TV shows or movies, I'm like, let's watch, like let's go because that's
Mm-hmm.
my shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like, okay, so like tonight, it's gonna be a late night. I'm gonna edit these 2 podcasts. They're gonna get onto RSS. I'm gonna move on to the next one for tomorrow. Same idea. Move it on. But I can't. I've already like last night. I made 3 thumbnails. I couldn't physically film our podcast yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
but I can at least set myself up for success for tomorrow. And that's basically my advice to anybody listening and to you. Set yourself up for success.
Mm-hmm.
Don't set yourself up for failure. So you have 4 content videos you want to get out, but you want to hang out with your partner and you have other stuff. Okay, so what can I physically do today? Not what I hope to do. What can I physically do? Can I get to 2 things and answer an email? Perfect. That's all I need to do for that. I'm now going to do content creating. Is the content creating coming up with the idea, filming it, editing it, posting it? If you do all 4 in one day, awesome. Or say, I'm going to film this Saturday. I'm going to edit it Monday. I'm going to put it out Tuesday. And then I'm going to start the next one. But just literally having it so streamlined
Mm-hmm.
will help you feel more organized. And I'm sure
Mm-hmm.
you do that.
I do that. I just want to be more. I want to honestly be like at least 2, 3 weeks ahead, so that way, if I feel like,
But
then
your
I feel like
content is different than my
true.
content.
Yeah, that's true.
You are chasing the TikTok real, never ending goalpost changing
Yeah,
content.
newsworthy stuff too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
that was exactly right. I'm sure everyone and their fucking mothers right now is talking about horses.
Mm-hmm.
I have seen so much horse content because you want to get on there because that's what the fucking Sins algorithm is going to be showing right now.
Yeah.
My podcast coming out like today was filmed in February. We're not talking about horses. You know what we're talking about? Fucking growing together generations because that is what was new. And people were
Mm-hmm.
coming at me today, being like, "This fucking generations." This was filmed in February when we didn't even
Yeah.
have growing together. We were
Right.
speculating. We didn't know horses existed until 2 days ago.
Yeah.
But see, people come from my content when they're ready.
Mm-hmm.
They come to your content because it's at your fingertips. So you're constantly always chasing it, where I can be 6 months out because that's what my content allows. I think you need to find a happy balance of a
Yeah.
proper posting schedule, and something that you're going to start noticing. The bigger follower count you have, you don't have to post 6,
Every
7,
day,
8,
yeah.
9 videos because you already have that following. You don't have to be constantly hoping you get to the goalpost, and you get there and it changes and you're like, well, fuck off. I just
Mm-hmm.
got to the goalpost. Well, now it's 10 feet ahead of me. I guess I got to post another video. You will find your audience. Like a good example of how I look at it, and so it was brought to my attention, is a TV show. Let's talk about Game of Thrones is a great example. Game of Thrones season 1, they rushed out content quickly. Okay. Like they wanted to get season 2 because everyone was like, this was new, this was it. But between season 4 and season 5, they could take their time. They took that year because they already knew, because they had their audience. Once you have your audience, you're not constantly pushing to be like, oh, let's get this, because like all the algorithms are going to be more friendly to you because you already have a bigger audience.
And they expect better content too, because the more content you do,
Yeah.
I feel like if I'm trying to post every day, I feel like the content won't be as par if I spent 2 days or 3 days on one piece of content that I posted that's just for that 1 week or whatever, or every other day or something.
Yeah. Or make, like, I know you do lots of different types of videos, but just figure out your niche and stick with that. Like, for an example, people know podcast day is Wednesday. They know real life is Sunday. They know Rose Chronicles is also Sunday and Thursday. No one else expects content on Tuesdays. Oh, and Story Spotlight Saturday. No one expects content on Tuesday from me. They know that now. No one is messaging me, man, I can't, like, with no Tuesday podcast, because they know my posting schedule. I kept a really, that problem is with TikToks and Reels, there is no posting schedule. It's posting as frequently as you can. So maybe to find solace and comfort is create a posting schedule. I post TikToks and Reels on this day. And I know it's different because TikTok is a completely different algorithm beast, and you got to post constantly and all that good stuff. But at least on IG, like, just say Reels Tuesday, Thursdays, Tuesday, Thursday, Sundays. So those are your 3 best days for Reels. And then the best thing is you can schedule that shit out. So like, I know you do like 2 weeks out, but like, get as much content as you already have, schedule it out. You're less stressed.
True.
Yeah, right.
And I'm starting to repurpose older content that has performed well on other platforms, just because I've seen stuff last year that performed well. So I'm just repurposing it now that I have a larger audience too. So honestly, try not to stress too much, but
my Stassi page, I post the same fucking 8 photos 6 times, like 6 times a year. No, that'd be like 12 to 15 times a year. Because I get new followers, they don't see it. It gets more engagement. They post it. They don't give a shit. They're like, oh my god, this is cool, this is awesome. But it's just kind of stuff like that. Like, you have to start beating the algorithm, because like, we can't chase the algorithm. We will fucking die or kill ourselves trying.
Hell yeah.
But there are people thinking that they can, and you can't.
Damn near impossible.
And then you're just stressed because like everything bothers you. Like, this is my theory as an adult. Your life as an adult is a bed, and all your problems are the fitted sheet. Family is one, family and friends, career, hobby, finances. Try to get a fitted sheet on without an extra person. One corner always falls off, and that's life.
True.
You have to have a second person to help you. And I think when stress, just having that person, like, we had a good 20-minute conversation. You let me talk about what happened to me this past weekend. I felt better just because you validated how I should have felt, and you heard what I had to say. And I think a lot of us need to be more present when we talk to our partners, of not always just trying to fix the problem. I'm the huge person of just like, don't talk to me unless I'll fix your problems. But It's just listening and recognizing that this person is struggling, and the fact that they had the courage to come talk to you, that they felt safe enough to talk to you, and then
Mhm.
you feel better, but that you also then you can't take on their stress.
Right. That's my problem, I think,
You just have to,
sometimes.
it can be hard, especially if it's your partner or a parent or a
Mhm.
child or a spouse or a boss or coworker. Like we're like fucking sponges. Okay? Like we absorb everything. And it's hard to like unplug. It's hard to say, okay, I can't do this right now, because if you say that, you're an asshole.
Yeah.
Like I've come for help and you're not helping me. Like what the fuck? Like I thought we were friends. Like there has to be a time you can tell people like I want to help you, but I can't. I'm also very stressed. I can listen
Mhm.
to you. I can validate your feelings, but I can't help you. And I hope that would like that should be enough for some people, but some people want, like the me story,
Mhm.
right? So,
Yeah.
but other ways to help stress is writing.
Oh, yeah, journaling. I used to do that sometimes. I need to
Yeah,
get back into that.
honest to God, if I don't write a chapter or a passage or a fucking sentence every day, I turn into the fucking Hulk.
Mm.
I need to write. It's a part of me. I need to do it. Like right now, I'm so excited for the special project
Mhm.
I talked to you about earlier. That is now my baby. That is now taking full precedence for the next month. And I'm going to allow that to take full precedence, because if I'm able to achieve what I want to do, it's going to be amazing.
Dope.
So I think it's just, trying to find I don't know, finding happiness along the way and
Yeah.
trying
It
not to get
just
stressed. But
Yeah, and stress is gonna come and go, and we just gotta make sure we have those protocols, whether it's yoga, exercise, breathing, writing, journaling, maybe binge watching a show,
mhm,
maybe going out with friends and just
yeah,
letting your stress stay at home and just hanging out with humans for a little bit. Or hopping on, like some people say streaming's their stress reliever. Some
yeah,
people like being, like you said, being creative, having their creative space haven, whether it's streaming online with your friends or getting a hopping on and playing video games. And for Lisa, she likes doing her nails.
yeah,
She's never stressed when she's in there doing her nails. So me, I think cleaning sometimes is my new stress reliever. I like to get out
yeah.
and just clean, put my headphones in, put a podcast on, and just clean the apartment because it ain't gonna clean itself. So it's
Mhm.
just one of my favorite moments that I guess I like to do now as I get older. I like to go to a hardware store and just window shop on crap I
Mhm.
don't need, like, organizers. And just a new thing that I like to do is drive to this Ace Warehouse or Ace Hardware store and just look at cleaning supplies and brooms and whatever, just as if I needed it,
Mhm.
just to get out and just do something that doesn't require me to, you know, do anything that requires me to just do anything. Just me looking at stuff at Ace Hardware. Or IKEA, walk in IKEA. I
Yeah.
just window shopping.
But when you go in and you're window shopping, are you creative? You're like, oh, if I had this, I could do that. Or
Yeah, yeah. I'm
like,
like always thinking of ways of how to declutter. So I'm always that'd be a good episode. I just like
mhm,
I go and I'm like, how can I like just declutter the closet? Like, what are some things I can go get? Oh, that's cool. Or a new plant. Like, I want a plant for the office, but what kind of plant do I want? Maybe let me get out of the house. So I need to get
mhm,
out of the house because the home is my work environment and my living environment. So let me
mhm.
get out of the house. Just walk IKEA, look at little fake plants, or look at storage organizers just to see what it looks like. Look at picture frames so I can frame stuff. So whenever the project's done, I'm like, oh wow, that's cool. So now I feel less stressed being in what used to be a very stressful environment. Less stressed because of all the protocols at that time I put in place. Like this is gonna be me being creative in a way, like
Mhm.
going to pick out frames for my little 43,000 follower certificate.
Which is
So,
incredible.
mhm.
and I'm so proud of you,
Appreciate it.
babe.
Look at
But
you doing my love language. Words of
100%.
affirmation. Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, I love that podcast that we did together because I feel like I got to learn a lot more about
Mm-hmm.
you.
Oh
I
yeah,
got to
we
I
learn
got
each other every. I felt with every podcast we learn about each other.
right.
Every podcast.
I mean, you're coming for the Disney Sim spot, my friend. This is now
I know, right?
this would be eight, seven.
Hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, watch out, Disney Sims. I'm coming for my title. I want to be the most
Oh God.
reoccurring guest. My
Oh,
Stassi J.
I like that. Now,
Mhm.
other question out of adding let's add some more stress to content. I'm
Oh my
eventually
goodness.
starting another, another, another series where it's not me interviewing, it's Simmer on Simmer.
Ooh, okay. So what are you doing? Moderating?
Nope, I'm not even involved. Y'all do it yourselves
Oh.
and you send it to me.
And you just put it together and
I put it together. Yeah.
oh, okay, that's a cool concept. So
Mm-hmm.
two Simmers meet and they just talk Sims.
Yep. Just kind of like
That's
what
pretty
I do.
cool.
I have the first interview booked. We did the season finale, and I asked everybody if they could sit in my chair, who would you interview?
Hmm.
And I picked one of the people that I've become very close to, and I'm close to the person that they wanted to interview. And I was like,
Hmm. Oh yeah.
"You want to interview each other?"
Yeah,
And they're
yeah.
like, "Sure." I'm like, "I'll take
Cool.
that. I'll for sure take that because I want people to know what it's like to be on this side. You know what it's
Mhm.
like to be an
Oh yeah,
interviewer.
absolutely. Yep.
It's not as easy
Mm-mm.
as it looks, my friends. But
Nope.
well, they're also eventually when I ever take a mat leave, that's also going to take hold of a whole season dedicated to other people interviewing other simmers while I take a mat leave.
See, that's cool too.
Right. So it's just kind of like I was literally thinking today, like, well, you know what got me excited and not stressed about, yeah, I had to find a new makeup artist today. And
Hmm.
yeah, my dress still doesn't fit. And Jesus Christ, I think I have like 6 cavities. Oh yeah, my hair is falling out because I haven't washed it. Like I haven't washed my hair in like a week and a half because I keep putting it up because I don't have
Hmm.
time to wash my hair. Um, oh my God, I haven't done laundry. All my clothes smell dirty. Holy fuck. I was like, I think I'm gonna create a website and just like the Stassi J universe of like, here's all the interviews I've done because I've done a lot of written interviews for publications for
Hmm.
with Simmer. So here's this, here's this. And I was like, that actually got me excited.
Dope.
Today's interviews got me excited.
Hmm.
Anytime I'm doing anything real life with Stassi right now, I'm like 12 out of 10 excited.
Yeah,
It
I got really
completely
excited. Like I was stressed earlier, and now I was like, "Oh, yeah, I'm about to do these podcasts." I was excited. I was stoked.
right? To me, this is one of my biggest stress relievers. Yes, I have to edit it after, and yes, I got to make a thumbnail. But when I'm sitting here talking to like my friends, holy shit, I'm just like my social meter goes up extremely high
Hmm.
because I'm having fun. I mean, yeah, we talk about sometimes weird topics on here, and I mean,
Yeah.
I did bash in the season finale that I'm tired of talking about The Sims because I am,
Mm.
but I've enjoyed comparing notes with you today of like, so you're stressed. This is
Hmm.
what you do. This is what you like, or you fucking don't know what jubes are.
Yeah, I don't.
We're gonna
And
change
I'm
that.
looking forward. Yeah, I'm looking forward to my care
You're
package.
gonna
Well,
get a
I,
little you're gonna get a little care package.
all right, I'm
Oh,
excited.
yes. But like it's just kind of stuff like that. And like again, my back doesn't hurt anymore.
Mm.
I think it's just I have like music is another big thing as well. I have to
Oh yeah,
always be constantly listening to music or
me
have
too.
something. I can't have silence. If I have silence, then all the negative thoughts that come through my head come creeping in out of
Mm.
the shadows. And I'm like,
Yeah, I love me. Music makes me lose control.
no. Okay, what is your go-to music?
Mm. Um, it just depends on my mood. Like if I'm going for a jog or whatever, I like to listen to like metal,
Mhm.
or maybe punk. Um, just anytime general purposes, usually like punk, hip hop,
Okay.
and if I'm wanting to get pumped a little bit, I'll do like the like new age just so I can stay relevant. onto this to the culture. Like I'll anything that's popular on TikTok. So
Yeah.
sometimes I'll just purposely just go on TikTok just to listen to what's like trending, or I'll go to Spotify and find like a TikTok playlist just to see what the kids are listening to, so I can stay current as well. Because music is I haven't really been exploring new music lately, but that used to be something that I used to love, just finding new artists. I used to
Mhm.
have a podcast about local music or underground music. So all that stuff used to just make me feel really happy to just listen, just to find a new song that's like actually awesome
Mhm.
is amazing. So just listen to music in general. I love it. Everything from electronica to just shoegaze type music to just instrumental stuff like Hammock and
Okay.
Explosions in the Sky to
Holy shit. You like
uh
okay.
yeah, Mogwai, stuff like that.
Do you
Uh
do you listen to This May Destroy You?
oh, absolutely.
Holy shit. So Jason
Yes.
just introduced me to post rock, has fucking
Oh
changed
yeah.
my
I've
life.
been listening to them for years now at this point.
You know the album that has the bear on it? I think it's called Young Mountains.
I think so. There's like one that has a weird robot
That's not
animal looking thing.
yeah,
That
so it's
might be
like
Hammock. I don't know.
I'll
But
send you
I,
it.
yeah, send me the
Send it to me
thing.
after. Let me know if you listen. I listen to that every single day.
Hmm.
It is 37 minutes. I just time
Hmm.
it out. I'm like, okay, this is my 37 minutes of post rock.
Hmm.
Holy shit. And
It's
then
great.
it's for writing as well. There's
Hmm.
one song, Quiet. And to me,
I've never met anyone that's asked me, have I heard of This May Destroy You?
yes.
Because when I discovered them, I thought they were just like a random band I found on I think it might have been like Per Volume or one of those
Mhm.
like music websites you can find like local artists and stuff or
Yeah.
just underground stuff. It's crazy.
Jason saw them live. They came to
Oh, that's
Toronto.
dope. That's
And I
dope.
was like, what?
Yeah,
I
that's
would
dope. I
I
saw
would
this. That's dope. I saw Explosions in the Sky. That freaked me. That no, did I? Yeah, I saw the Explosions in the Sky. That was amazing.
oh, that's on my bucket list. Not to seeing Taylor Swift's Era Tour. I want to see
Hmm.
fucking post rock.
It's great. It's
And
just a
just it's just
yeah.
standing with her. Sorry,
Mhm.
go ahead.
But yeah, just like stuff like that, all the way to dang like Sigur Rós to Wu Tang to
Mhm.
Bjork, Portishead. I listen to it all. I mean, it makes me happy. Like I said, punk is definitely my core. My definitely the one that I probably lean towards a lot. But I listen to everything, to Frank Sinatra, Nancy Sinatra, to just everything basically. Old school oldies, doo wop. I love doo wop. You know, so everything.
I love it. I think that's the
Mm-hmm.
beauty of music. It's just what's what you want. It's as many genres.
Mm-hmm.
Old, new, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, because you've heard a song at some point in your life that can bring back a memory or a
Mhm.
bad memory or something nostalgic, like when I hear just any like Blue Moon or something, no school doo wop Blue Moon song,
Yeah.
I can remember hearing that on the first time on the radio, or
Hmm.
or even hearing Superman is Dead by Our Lady Peace or whatever. Or remember that song? I don't know if you know that
Call
one.
it Our Lady Peace is Canadian, my friend. That shit is
That
played all the time
Yeah.
here.
I,
Yes.
yes, Superman is dead. Yeah, that was the jam. That was like an MTV joint. The first time, that's what I'm saying. Like the first time I
Yeah.
ever heard that song, it was on a MTV. One of those times where they do the
The
music
countdown.
with. No, it was the music with the skateboarding and snowboarding. They'll do like their
Yeah.
own extreme sports,
Yep. Yep. Okay.
and they used that as a promo out. Like they did it as a out. I was like, oh my god, who sings that song? And back then you couldn't do like a Shazam and be like, hey,
No.
what's the name of this song? So I finally knew someone that knew the lyrics to what I was trying to sing. I was like, there's a song. Dude's like, I recorded it because I had a VHS, so I was recording the segments. I was like, there's this song, man. He's like, Superman, I gotta get that out, that song, because I never heard it
Mhm.
on the radio, just on MTV. And boom, Our Lady Peace. That's how we had to get our music. And Local H, I remember
Yep.
that band. So anyway, but yeah, just nostalgia. And yeah, music. Like right now, like all my stress went away just thinking about
Yeah.
just music and things and just music that made me feel that nostalgia, like the good vibes, like Our Lady Peace and stuff like that. Remember when I was watching MTV back in the day. Good memories.
See, for us, it was Much Music. There was no
Mhm.
MTV here.
I think I remember Much Music though, but even though I don't think we ever had it until we had like this cable that gives us more channels than the original channels.
Yeah.
I felt like Much was a network that only was on like the extended cable channels, I
Hmm.
think.
See, that was us for MTV. Like
Okay.
now it's like we have MTV because that's
Mm,
how Canadians watch the Kardashians, or at least did
yeah.
until they went to Hulu. But
Mm,
Much was our
yeah.
shit. I remember the rushing home to see like the top 20 songs of the day
Hmm.
and all that shit. Okay, I think we just found our next podcast.
Music,
Music.
TRL. All right.
Let's do it.
All right, I'm down.
I see. I like that smile. See, no matter
Yeah,
how many
yeah, yeah.
interviews I
See.
do, I still see the smile
Yeah, every time we
halfway.
talk about something that's like that's good, get that smile from me. So
There you go.
stress.
Stress. It's
There's
gone.
ways to cope with it. Yep, and
There
there's ways to
is.
cope with it.
There is. And you're not alone. And if you feel like it's becoming too much, speak to somebody about
True,
it.
true.
We are not healthcare professionals. We are
No.
not stress experts. We are just two people trying to plan a wedding, be a content creators, work a full-time job, and still live. That's the living. I find is the hardest part. Honestly, it's something I also find with stress now. Every time I'm out for a walk or anything, I try to live in the moment and find the cutest thing.
Yeah, I have to do more of that. Live in the moment. I tell Lisa this all the time too. Like, I just got to be in the moment. Like when we go out and have our dinner or we're on the couch, like I have to just sit there and just like
Hmm.
just listen because when I have that moment of just not doing anything, I'm just thinking about it. Like I said, all right, what I got to do? Okay, tomorrow do this, do this. I'm just not in the moment. Like I just got to be more in the moment.
Right. Can I tell
But
you the cutest moment I had, and then we'll wrap up this
oh
podcast?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so it's somewhat cute. It's very disgusting. So we went camping on like day 3 of our no sugar diet. So what happens when you cut sugar out of your diet, kids? You can have diarrhea. Your body is
I didn't
going
know
through
that.
full withdrawals. Because I'm so addicted to sugar, I had full on withdrawals. I also had pork, so I
Ooh,
went to the
pork.
bathroom. Again, themes of today. So it was really bad. Like it was 2.5 hours of just
Mm.
and I'm at a campsite in the middle of nowhere. And the bathroom is a 5-minute walk away. So I am in
Mm.
the bathroom. This is the 6th time I'm in the bathroom in the last hour. And this little girl knocks on the door. Are you okay? I'm like, I'm fine. Do you need me to get your mom? And I'm like, my mom, she lives in a different city. And I'm like 30 years old. It's okay. She's like, do you need me to get my mom? And I'm like, no, it's okay. And she's like, oh, okay. And leaves.
That's crazy.
That was the cutest
That's
experience.
funny. That's cute.
It's cute, right? Because like this little, like
That's
she
cute.
can literally hear me go,
That's funny.
and like you can just, it's just water coming out at this point because it
Oh
was
my
so,
gosh.
I was in so
That's all
much
you,
pain.
because you're not getting anything but just really not eating much.
Mhm,
Just a little protein, hardly any fiber.
mhm.
Hmm.
Just did the full body cleanse.
Yeah. And I'm
They
telling you, like, I'm not even going like I want to every day. It's like almost every other day now for me. I'm scared. I might have to take a laxative, I think.
or are you feeling constipated?
No, not really. It's just like today I haven't gone today, but I usually go in the morning,
Hmm.
and I think I might end up going a little later today. And if I drink coffee, it helps. I haven't had coffee today either, so.
I wish I could point you in the right direction. As most women, we are constipated. I only poop once or twice a week, besides today.
Oh, see, I always poop every day. Every morning I poop, but with this low carb thing and no added sugar,
Hmm.
I am barely getting any fiber in every day. I do get my fiber in, but like I don't know, it's just been a battle. But that's another episode if you ever want to talk constipation and
I
stuff like that.
I want to find a poop doctor to talk about poop about
That would
because
be dope.
I literally talk about poop at least 8 times a day.
Hmm.
I'm obsessed about talking about poop. I should have been a poop doctor
Hmm.
because it
I'm.
it, it educates you of like the
Mhm.
importance
Did
of
you know your poop doesn't supposed to float? It's supposed to
yes,
sink.
it's supposed to sink.
Yeah, and if it floats, it's because you got too much fat in your stool.
Yes.
Hmm. And I always check to make sure they sink, and sometimes mine float, and I get scared.
Mhm.
But
Mine's a
see, mine's float a
no.
lot of the times.
Well, I can't remember
Not a
when I
lot of
was.
times.
I can't remember if I was younger, but yeah, now they're.
See, I want mine to float every time. So something's wrong, I think. I'm like, hey, my poop's still floating, or sometimes it floats. Like it worries me sometimes, but it's another thing I stress about is health.
It's
But
health, right? Because
mhm,
we forgot to talk about health. Right? I can't like you can literally be like, okay, like for
mhm,
me, so I have ovarian cysts. I had a really bad one burst 2 weeks ago now. It was bad. Really bad. Like I should have gone to emerge bad, but I was stubborn and just didn't want to go because I now I know it's not my appendix. I know it's
mhm.
an ovarian cyst. It's gonna pop eventually. I just
Yeah.
have to get the fluid out. But every 28 days, I know I'm gonna have a cyst burst.
Mm,
So I have to live with it.
yeah.
And that completely changes what I'm gonna do on that week or that span of days. Can I go to work? Can I afford to be off work? Now I can because I can work from home. Before I
Yeah,
couldn't.
because we had a podcast prior to one happening, I think, and you were
Mhm,
telling me about it then.
mhm.
Yep.
So imagine every 28 days being in severe pain that it's equivalent to having a heart attack. And I do
Mm,
that every 28 days. And I'm not sleeping and I'm not eating. And it's awful. And on top of that, and then you start to like go through like, not withdrawals, but just like you're just like your body is going through constant shock.
mm,
Like having if I had to guess from the amount of fluid that I saw come out, I want to assume the cyst was probably about this big.
dang.
All right. Now I have an appointment with the OBGYN in July, which by the time this podcast comes out, I'll probably have already gone. And we're gonna determine if I can have kids.
Mm.
There's
That's
just
a
no point.
scary.
If
That's
there's
a
no
stressful moment too, trying to find that
Mhm.
information out.
Right, but I can't react because I'm
Mm,
not gonna sit here and freak myself out anymore.
true.
I've done this song and dance for so many years.
Hmm.
If I can't have kids, I can't have kids. But
Yeah.
that comes into stress. Who am I letting my partner down?
Yeah.
Am I letting my feelings down? And then you're just and then that's just another form of stress. And then okay, so like could we adopt? We don't have the money to
Yeah.
adopt. Then we're going to back to the financial stress. And we're very financial stressed here right now because we're paying for a wedding, which you're
Hmm.
well aware how expensive that is.
Yep.
And we're both working multiple jobs. We're not sleeping. We're constantly on the go. Granted, Jason has a like his main job is at home, but then his second job's out of the office. Mine's the opposite.
Hmm.
I come home to work.
Yep.
I've just finished an 8-hour day at the office to come home to continue to work.
Yep. Because
This
this
is
is work. You're getting paid now.
I'm getting paid because I was
Yeah.
actually have a different sponsor for this one, not ice cream.
Dope.
Oh, I
Nice
can't.
sponsor segue, huh?
Oh, I mean, we can get into it right now. It's I who I Butterly, I love you, but you guys are sending me like mixed signals because I got ice cream for the last one. Hi guys. Do you as a woman, you know how important it is to, have good skin? Well, are you putting foundation on and you just having hair? Well, not anymore. I literally got Nair hair removal serum from your face for women. I
Really?
should not. But
Whoa.
as a white ass girl, I have
Mhm.
peach fuzz on top of peach fuzz. You actually do notice a difference when you shave your face. I shave my face all the time.
Mm.
No shame in the game. I got a female
Yeah.
stash. I shave it. I shave my
Well,
female stash a couple times a week.
oh, well,
Yeah,
no shame in your game, right?
no shame in my game. So I
Mhm.
got that and I was like, that's so funny that I got the face shaving one. But honestly, if you shave your face, especially if you have like baby hairs, your
Mhm.
foundation goes on so smooth because you don't have the little hairs creasing.
Mm.
It's just going straight on skin. Like you would not know from like seeing me that I have peach fuzz, but I do.
Mm.
If you touch my face right now, you can feel the fuzz on my face.
See.
Yeah, right. Can you feel that?
Just a little bit, just a
Just
little
a
bit.
little bit. Yeah,
Did
right.
you
So just
apply some on already? Because I don't. I actually don't really
oh.
feel it. Yeah.
Oh, it's there. You're not rubbing hard enough.
Oh.
But it actually really does make a difference, especially if you use oils and treatments on your face. Not having hair there makes a difference, as well not having acne. That is one of the main causes of acne for women, is our pores get filled with hair. So please, if you are in Canada and you have no shame in the game like me, who shaves their woman beard a couple times a week, and you want to have smoother skin, please consider checking out Nair. They sent me the watermelon flavor. It's really good. It's very fresh. It leaves my face feeling really fresh after. And I cannot describe that enough. For someone who doesn't wear makeup every day, it's just really nice to feel like a fresh face. So please go check out my sponsor, Nair, today. And thank you for Butterly for sponsoring this video.
That's what's up, man. I need to hop on some Nair probably.
Yeah. I asked Jason if he wanted to try it because he's a full beard like you, and he's like, no.
No, I'll put them on my toe knuckles.
Yeah.
Go on get the toe knuckle hair off, you know.
Oh, I have hobbit feet, my friends.
Mm-hmm.
I have hairy feet, which whenever we do the TikTok podcast, when we talked to, I was at that part of my life where I was like, let's sell feet photos for money.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Because that was before sponsorships, really. So
Yeah,
I was like, I will do anything. If you want me to fucking, do you want to see pictures of my thigh boobs? I'll send them. I'll send them all.
You didn't have any sponsors at that time when we did the TikTok one?
I had one. No, sorry, I had two, but they were in the following. They were in like December.
Oh, okay.
We had filmed that in March, and I had
right. That was such a long time ago.
I know. That doesn't come out till like August.
Dang.
I know. See, that's what I'm talking about. Do you see why I sit on so much content?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, I'm getting them now, and I wasn't monetized by RSS at that point either. So that's also a difference. So sponsorships are great, but they come like far and fair between. Yes, I just had two back to back, but I went before that 2.5 months without one.
Yeah.
Right. So
now you get one every episode, right? Or
no, I don't think so. No, I just happened to keep plugging Chapman because they were very nice to me.
Oh,
so
but that's still cool.
Yeah, but that comes down to it as well, being like, okay, I couldn't talk about, okay, so here's a great example for stress. I could not plug Chapman's ice cream in our podcast about no sugar. I had to film another podcast with somebody to plug it.
Yeah, right? I realized you had them as a sponsor, and I was like, how's that gonna work?
I couldn't. I had to go with. I had to be an unsponsored video.
Yeah,
which means I wasn't getting paid.
Because that would have been weird if you're like, yeah, I'm not doing no added sugar, y'all. Oh, but by the way, this is brought to you by ice cream, everybody. Yeah, that would have been crazy. I would have done it. See, I'm savage like that. See, that I even like I got Insta gaming, right? Instant gaming.
Yeah,
they're my partner. So
what, dude? Like, what is that like? Is that stressful?
At first, it's stressful.
And also, how did you get it? Because that's your first partnership.
Yeah, they reached out. At first, I was like, this can't be real. So, you know, I always get these sponsors. And I'm like, oh, let me just see if this is actually legit. Because sometimes you get all kinds of random ones. Okay. Like, they obviously are not following me. They don't know. There's just, you know, they send out a bunch. And it's all like those like group emails or chains. They just send out. Because I'm like, what am I going to do with a hair product? Like, come on, you're obviously not following me. So, but this one was like, he said my name, blah, blah, blah. The only thing that I was iffy about was I got the message right when they leaked the horse promo, the horse ranch. And a lot of people look at CD Keys type websites as you're pirating, but you're not really pirating because you're actually buying codes off discount that they buy from EA, Ubisoft, and all that. So they're basically just resellers buying. So EA and all them, they get their money. So they're just reselling it on a little discount because they have the financial backing with however their website works. They have the financial backing to allow them to do the whole reselling of the CD keys. So I was a little skeptical at first, but then I was like, this is actually kind of cool because my audience, they always talk about how they're waiting for the next pack to go on sale or they can't afford it. And I'm like, dude, like you can get Growing Together today for like $17. a
Mhm.
$40 pack for $17 with my affiliate code. So I'm just pushing that stuff out just because I know my audience are broke or they just cheap.
Mhm.
So I was like, hey, this is perfect for me. If EA looks down on it, they should have by now reached out and wanted to partner with me. So I
Mhm.
don't think, and they're not even competitors, like. So I feel like I can still work with EA and work with Insta Gaming, but I just have to obviously be smart about it. I
Yeah.
can't be like, hey, new pack out, everybody. I'm an EA game changer, but also go buy it for discount, at Insta Gaming. I couldn't do that, but I'm pretty sure there's ways to do both. So yeah.
See, I will never be an EA game changer because EA needs to do a lot of game changing
Mm-hmm.
before I will ever be an EA game changer because
Yeah.
I would fight for equality
Mm-hmm.
that's not there. Because they just did a giant sweep of a bunch of
Mm-hmm.
new EA game changers,
Yeah.
which they needed to do from different cultures.
Yeah.
That's not fucking Western,
Right. That's true.
right? So,
Yeah.
I mean, Daddy EAA,
Mm-hmm.
I now know listens to this because I've had Sims gurus message me. I
Oh
won't
yeah.
say I won't say who.
From listening to the podcast. Oh wow.
Yeah, but they're not happy to how much I don't like Daddy EA.
Oh yeah. Well,
So they can
yeah,
fuck off.
I can only imagine that, and that's the thing too. I was like, I would love to just work with the Sims team and like just do
Yeah.
like a promo or help them with a trailer, which would be dope. But I know like I would probably have to go through EA, and I don't know how that would even work. Because I think you still potentially might have to still be part of the EA network. I don't know how that works,
Mhm.
but yeah, that's the only thing I can think of. But yeah, I would totally work with their team. Just because I want to see more older people, more people of color as well.
Yeah.
And I honestly still feel like a minority in the community only because yeah,
Mhm.
this is a whole different topic. Sorry, I'm going on a rant. We can stop
No,
down and talk behind the
no,
scenes if we
no,
want
no. Go
to, but
nuts.
just briefly, I just, obviously I'm a little older.
Mhm.
So I feel like the Brett Favre of the Sims community. I feel like, yeah, I only have but so many more years into it, but I'm gonna go out with an awesome bang when it is my time to retire from the Sims community. But I don't know, I just feel a little bit older. Also, I just feel like
Mhm.
my content's a little different. So when I stream, it's like I'm not building, I'm not creating cast, I'm not a builder. So it's just a little bit harder to attract and have people engaged because I'm not a builder, I'm not young, I don't look like them.
Yeah.
So it could be a challenge. So it really, and then I get insecure about like, should I put my face on the photos, on my thumbnails? Because if they saw it, they'd be like, maybe, they might not want to click on it because I do look like some old dude or whatever. So I try to like make my, thumbnails like look cool without me in them, and then sometimes I'll still incorporate myself in the thumbnails. But I don't know, I'm just really hard on myself, and I still feel like, even I don't even tell my family, my family know now, but I don't tell a lot of my friends and people that I work with that I'd have a Sims channel that's doing way
Mhm.
better than most of their businesses social media handles. And but I want to start being more proud of like what I've accomplished, and not feeling like people are gonna judge you regardless.
Mhm.
Sure, okay, I'm in my 30s and I'm doing my thing, but this should be inspiring to people older than me to go out there and do their thing, because
Mhm.
you're never too young to or old to go out there and do your thing.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Show
I don't
your
know where I was
face.
going with that, but whatever.
Show your face.
Yeah, yeah,
Show
I
your
should
face. Be proud of you. I'm proud of you. Not only
appreciate.
100%
Hey,
because
appreciate you. Yeah, 43,000 people.
43,000, ten
Yeah.
thousand on Instagram. Show your face.
I'm
Get
proud
to
of you
be.
too, though.
Thank
You out here
you.
doing it. You're doing it. You got multiple like streams of like platforms you're doing right now, and I just think that's just I'm inspired because I could only imagine trying to do a two podcast plus video content and everything too. I feel like that's a lot, and you're writing like machinima stuff, I just think that's just a lot, and I'm inspired by your work ethics too.
Oh.
And you planning a wedding. And you planning a wedding.
Oh yeah.
Man.
This girl don't sleep. This girl,
Dang.
I'm gonna sleep
I,
the whole month of October. I can't
I
wait.
yeah, I bet. I bet.
You'll sleep in the whole month of December after your wedding's done.
Man, I want to sleep. I feel like it's still gonna be ongoing for me. I think the wedding, because I don't. I mean, I said I'm giving the credit to
Mhm.
Lisa with the wedding. I am helping a little bit, but not like what how she's putting into it. But I will definitely sleep too because I feel like I'm the moral support, and when she's stressed, I get hit with it too. So.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Sleep for a year. And I think
Mm-hmm.
that's where we got to end this off for stress.
Mm-hmm.
I hope listening to this
Yep.
today, you got to kind of see what it's like to, you know, film a Jesus, not film a podcast, talk about stress on a podcast. Oh my God. Yes.
Superman is dead. Hold on. All right, here we go. Here we go. All right, hold on. Let me see if I can do it right. Yes. Superman is dead. I don't know the lyrics. But anyway, I just wanted to surprise you with that real quick.
Oh my God. I love a good serenade. I've seen a lot of crazy shit on this podcast. I have never had anyone pull out a guitar and start singing Superman is dead. No one's
I didn't
ever
even,
done that in my
and plus I wasn't even in tune, so that probably was like the worst serenade ever.
That is the best, actually. That is effort, my friend. Well, I thank you so much for
Yeah,
doing. Now
yeah.
I'm not stressed because we
Yeah, no stress.
laughed. No
No
stress.
stress. Mm-hmm.
I hope
See?
everyone listening to this takes a part of what me and Nard have been saying today and just try to find your happy balance. And the thing is we neither of us could agree with the right answer because both of us relieve stress differently.
That's true.
So whatever you do to relieve stress, do that. But know that there's people out there to support you. You are not alone when it comes to stress. As we get older, the more stress that we get, it's honestly the youth and the old.
Yeah.
But even they're stressed because they have different
Mm-hmm.
stress in our entire life. We're always stressed with something. So I want to thank Nard for coming here today. I want to thank my sponsor again for sponsoring this video and send product and get me to
Let's
have no
go.
hair on my face.
I know, right?
Um,
Let's go.
let's go. But I want to thank everyone for coming here today, and I hope this helped. It helped me. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know
Yeah, it
about
helped
you, but it
me.
helped me.
Yeah, I'm
And
ready
that's
to.
all, and that's all that matters. So, Nard, I want to thank you so much, and thank you for serenading
You're welcome.
beautiful Superman is Dead. And I cannot wait to our next podcast where we talk about music.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about music, and I'll be prepared for actual real song. Maybe we'll see.
Oh my God, I cannot wait. I cannot sing to you because I sound like a cat's dying when I sing. So,
Mm.
but anyways, Nard, have a great rest of your night.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for
Bye.
having me.
Of course.